Good morning and welcome to West Carter High School for 16th Region Kentucky High School Athletic basketball action. We'd like to welcome you to John Hott Brown Court on the campus of West Carter High School for today's 16th Region All-A tournament action. Today's matchup is going to be having the home team on the scoreboard. That's going to be the West Carter Lady Comets, currently 1-1 on the season, as they're going to be taking on the visiting Fairview Lady Eagles, currently 1-0 on the season. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin, and here live at West Carter High School for today's matchup, which should be a good one out there because, of course, normally the 16th Region All-A tournament is completed during the fall. Typically, it's within the first month of the season, and usually the winners head down to Richmond to compete down in the All-A state tournament. Of course, this year things being a little bit different with the COVID situation. The tournament, of course, being held within the first week of the season, because usually at this time period the season is all we're about halfway through, and leaders are starting to emerge, and teams are starting to play their best basketball. But at this point in time, it is a little bit different because we do have we're only in the first week of the season. And taking a look at these teams so far this year, of course, starting off with the Fairview Lady Eagles, didn't have the start that they were wanting to. They took on Boyd County at Fairview on January 5th. That was Tuesday, and they ended up dropping that one 77-16. So definitely not a start that you would like to see for your team out there. Of course, leading scorers, they only had 3 people on the board on that Tuesday against Boyd County. Of course, Boyd County is a very tough team, ranked in the they're 1 or 2, it depends on which rankings you currently look at. But very tough team in Boyd County. But only 3 players scored on the night for Fairview that night. We had Josie Nelson, number 23. She scored 10 points with Mia Newton with 5 points, and then Kiara Loving with 1 point. Of course, as we've seen before, the field goal percentages and 3-point percentages, not where probably these coaches want them to be at for all teams across the area. But of course, Fairview shot a total of from the field of 12.5%. They were 12.9% behind the 3-point arc and 40% on their 3 throws. And so Fairview looking to kind of get a little bit of a better start out than what they did Tuesday against Boyd County. Of course, West Carter came out of the gate on Monday. Took on one of the top-ranked teams in the 16th Region, and that was Round County. And that was a game that you've seen here live on Mantis Sports Media, in which West Carter took care of Round County by a score of 61-46 that night. Of course, West Carter was on the road last night to Johnson Central and ended up losing that one by 11 points. To Johnson Central, so West Carter looking to kind of get back in on the winning ways. Of course, right now the coin toss being had down at the court level right now, just below the logo. Definitely a new interesting thing. If you have not watched any high school I keep on saying volleyball. I'm used to volleyball right now, but with high school basketball, actually uses some volleyball techniques in which they use a coin toss to see who gets the first ball. And typically, in basketball you have the jump ball, but with COVID regulations that's out there, they're not able to get that. That was a ruling that was adopted by the KHSA, in which teams would not participate in a jump ball, that they would flip a coin for the first ball, and then we go through the possession arrow from there on out. Of course, on our game Monday night, as we seen here, good night for West Carter as they took on Round County. Allie Stone led the Lady Comets with 27 points that night, with Kylie Gillum scoring 12. And then Alexis Bond with 8, Amelia Henderson with 7, Kara Jordan with 3, Beth Middleton with 2, and Bree Boggs with 2. Of course, the Comets not where they want to be at on their shooting percentages, but not too bad for that opening night. There was a lot of shots and there was a lot of misses. It got better on in the second half. The Lady Comets on Monday was 43.4% from the field, and they were 31.2% from behind the arc, and a very respectable 90.9% on the free throw line. So definitely some good basketball being played here early on. So we'll take a quick break here, pay a few bills, and we'll be back here momentarily on Manta Sports Media, which you can now find us. Of course, we're on Facebook, and we are also on YouTube streaming live. We're giving that a test out here today, but we'll be back here in 60 seconds. This is Jeff Irwin from Manta Sports Media, and we'll see you here momentarily.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at West Carter High School. As we said, this is the opening round of the All-A tournament, which is being played just a little bit differently this year. We'll try to get some of the information about the brackets out here as well, but as we said, typically this is hosted at one site, but this year just a little bit differently on there, where teams, they've had to kind of split some things up just a little bit, that way so we can try to get some basketball being played all around. Of course, today as well, in addition to this matchup, of course, we will also be airing, this is a double header here today for us. We'll have our evening game at 2:30 as the Fairview boys will be taking on the West Carter Comets in the first round of the 16th Region All-A Classic as well. Of course, taking a look at some of the brackets, of course, these are the play-in games that is happening today, Fairview versus West. In the girls basketball as well, Raceland is going to be taking on Elliott County at 4 p.m. So that is going to be happening this afternoon, and they will be determining who is going to be playing Menifee County and Rose Hill in the second round, and then of course the championship round will be played after that. Of course, all games that's going to be here for the 16th Region All-A tournament is going to be hosted here at West Carter High School. The only exception is going to be the visiting games, which is happening, and that is that Raceland Elliott County game that's going to be happening today as well. And then, of course, next week is going to be the 16th Region All-A tournament games that's on there. Of course, we will have on Monday, we'll have a doubleheader with Rose Hill and Menifee County coming in, and they'll be playing the winners of the Raceland Elliott Fairview West Carter games. And then, of course, the championship game is going to be played on Thursday. So that is going to be what we're going to be taking a look at as far as the All-A tournament goes here this year. And Fairview entering back onto the court right now. As you know, of course, interesting for a Saturday morning. Of course, not a lot of fans in the crowd here in the stands here today. Of course, part of that due with the COVID regulations. With the, of course, you can take a look at our Facebook as well as your own individual school's Facebook page. Well, I know West Carter's got theirs on theirs as far as the COVID procedures, in which during this first period of the season that teams are allowing their players tickets that they're giving to them, and that is the only fans that's going to be allowed in the auditorium here. Of course, in between the first and second game, we'll have just a little bit of a break. That way, so we can sanitize the facilities here, and then we'll come back right around just a little bit before the tip-off for our pregame show as well. So make sure that you tune in, whether you're tuning in via YouTube or Facebook. Love to hear from where you're at. Put something in the chat box or comments. Put where you're watching in from, who you're cheering on here today, as well as any other comments or anything else. Love to hear from our fans and everything out there, and we'll try to get to some of y'all here, hopefully right around halftime and on there as well. Of course, make sure that you do like and share our information because we want to try to get as many people watching these games as possible on there, because especially with the COVID situation, it's a different arena that we are currently in right now, and so we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to see their local high school sports in action. And of course, as well, we on Facebook we are also now participating in the STARS program. It's kind of new to me, and I'll try to get some more information out there later on as well. But if you are familiar with the STARS program, we do currently accept STARS out there. So if that is something that you're familiar with and like to participate in, we can give you some special shout outs and everything else with that program as well. West Carter now coming out of the locker room. We've got just a little bit over 2 minutes left to go before, well, I used to would say tip-off, but now it's 2 minutes before the pass-in out there as well. Of course, as we said, West Carter had a real good game on Monday night. Allie Stone definitely showing why she's one of the top players in the region, getting 27 points that night. Against a very tough Round County team. Of course, Round County preseason was in the top 10. I believe they were ranked number 3 above West Carter, but West Carter came out, and be interesting to see those rankings now. Of course, taking a look at across the area for some more scores and everything else that has been happening. Of course, last night over in Russell, we had the number 1 ranked Ashland Blazer Tomcats took on the the Russell Devils. That was in boys basketball, and Ashland beat Russell by a score of 58-42 on there. Of course, taking a look and see if there's any more scores that happened around last night within the area. Lewis County defeated Greenup County 65-53, and that was at Greenup County last night. And just taking a look at the schedule here, see if there's any other 16th region action so far, but not a whole lot been going through. Of course, Estill County Menifee County did travel down to Estill County, and Menifee County dropped that game to Estill County 55-33. And so that was some of our boys' action last night. Taking a look at some of the girls and see if they were in action. Of course, last night the Ashland Blazer Kittens went to Greenup County and defeated them 65-30. Then also taking a look around the area just a little bit more, Great Crossing went to Round County and defeated them 89-82. And then continuing on, taking a look here just a little bit, Rose Hill Christian defeated Bath County 57-54. As we are now honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Alrighty, as we get ready to get an introduction of the players here today, starting out with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fairview Lady Eagles. Starting out as number 3, Maya Newton. She's a sophomore guard. And then number 13, Miranda Caskey, a freshman, sophomore forward. And of course, we got number 22, Grace Worthington, a junior guard. And number 33. I don't have a 33 on my roster from the KHSA on there. We will find out who that is here momentarily. And then going over to West Carter's side, number 2, Beth Middleton, a junior. And then number 5, Alexis Bond, a sophomore. Number 22, the junior Allie Stone. And then number 32, Cara Jordan, a senior. And so that's our starting lineups here for both teams. So we're getting ready for the first pass in of the night. Of course, all of our rosters, information that we get comes straight from the KHSA Reinhardt's scoreboard. If we have any errors or any missing information, just please contact your coaches and have them get on there and make sure that they update that information that way, so we can make sure that we get all the correct numbers and everything else out there as well. Want to make sure that all the players are being recognized. All righty, as West Carter has won the toss, they're going to start things out here. And the ball is passed in, and the game is underway. Get our scoreboard up here. And pass over to the wing, and that is an errant pass. And so West Carter gets the first turnover of the night as that errant pass goes off to the side of the wing and out of bounds. Fairview gets the ball in. West Carter starting in on a full court press. Has her trapped right against the timeline, and she's going to have to burn timeout so far. So Fairview gets trapped in the corner, and they're going to call a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Carter. Fairview gets the ball back in after having to take a timeout after being trapped in the corner. So this is West Carter, Fairview's first possession on offense. And that one's popped up, no good. Rebounded West Carter as they're driving the length of the court, and that is up and good. And West Carter scores the first 2 points by number 22, Allie Stone. West Carter doing some fantastic full court pressure as they are getting the team Fairview trapped up, and looks like we're going to get a carry call, and it's going to be a turnover by Fairview. So West Carter has the ball and has it at the top of the key. Gets it over to Stone, who drops it down to the corner, and then good look into the post, but blocked by Fairview's number 33. West Carter maintains possession, but good look there, and goal by number 2, Elizabeth Middleton, as she got the ball there by Kylie Gillum. And Fairview trying to save that one, and ends up not doing it, and so that's a turnover. West Carter's got a good full court press going on so far out there this afternoon. Of course, West Carter's on top 4-0. Stone has it up at the top. Fairview's in a man-to-man defense, but it looks like they're kind of splitting off to a modified zone out there, and there's Middleton gets it up to Bond at the top of the key, and then finally rebounded by Fairview. And that one's going to be off of Wes Carter. And so it'll be Fairview ball, and checking into the ball game now is number 20, Marista Tackett, a freshman. Trying to get the ball inbounds, finally gets it there. Maybe took a step, no call. Shot and no good there by Tackett. As Stone pushes the ball up forward, and good by number 32, Kara Jordan. So she helps to give Wes Carter a 6-point lead early on. Fairview still having trouble against this full court press, but she stops, pops, no good. Rebounded by Wes Carter's Gillum as she drives it up the floor. Goes all the way in the paint, untouched, and good by number 33, Kylie Gillum. She got the rebound and took it from coast to coast, not being stopped at all by Fairview. And then there's a steal by Middleton, and we're going to get a foul. And that one's going to go against number 22, Grace Worthington. She's a junior, and that's going to be her first, team's first of the half. Of course, we have that one is up and good, so Wes Carter extends out their lead. Number 10 checking in now. That's Ashton Stidham from Fairview. We'll get our clock rolling here, and steal by Wes Carter. Gets it all the way up to Bond, and good. So 9-0 here. Wes Carter on a 9-0 roll. So far, of course, Wes Carter backing off of the full court press right now after getting, it's 11-0 right now, Wes Carter. And just about a steal there by Stone. And number 30 now checking in for Wes Carter. That's Amelia Henderson. So Wes Carter looks in a 1-3-1 zone defense at the moment. Gets this one over to the wing to number 23. She puts it up, and that is a 3-point goal by Josie Nelson. Wes Carter gets this on the wing, kicks it back out off of her foot. And we've got a tie up, and we're going to have a stop of play, and that one is going to go to Fairview Fairview on the possession. So Fairview finally getting on the point based off of the number 23, Josie Nelson's three-pointer. And then there is a steal and a foul on their number 22, Allie Stone, with the steal. We'll see who this foul was on. Like that was against number 33. It's her first. Like I said, don't have her on my roster just yet unless she had to change jerseys for some reason. But Gillum drives it in, turns around, stops, gets the shot blocked, and it gets back out to Stone. Stone pops up for the three. No good off the front of the rim. That one's going to be last touched by Fairview. And so that's going to be Wes Carter ball. Henderson tries to put up a three, no good. Rebounded by Gillum, and no good. And then off of Fairview, and that bounces right back to Henderson. She a little bit cold here on the morning, but Wes Carter keeps in possession, and finally Stone gets the bucket to fall. And so Wes Carter extends their lead back out to 10 here. Looking for the inside, but ends up getting stolen there by Jordan. Jordan tries to get it to Gillum. Gillum has a little trouble with it, but gets it back over to Jordan. Kicks it to the wing, finally gets it down to Kyra Jordan in the post, and that is good. So Kyra Jordan with some more points on the night, extends out the West Carter lead to 12. Mishandled there, but finally stolen by Amelia Henderson. She drives up the court, stops to take a look, but we're going to have some steps called as she moved that pivot foot before she was able to get that dished off. So Peyton Stegall checks in now for West Carter. As right now, Fairview's starting to struggle just a little bit here in the opening frame. And she's going to get called for the steps on there as well. So another turnover by Fairview here. As we said, not probably the way that they wanted to get things started out, especially that night against Boyd County. West Carter kicks it down to the corner. She gets it in the post down to Jordan. She puts it up, no good. Rebounded number 33 by Fairview. And she tries to drive this one down and ends up picking up the foul. Looks like that foul is going to be against number 33, Kylie Gillum. That is her first. Team's first of the half. And that shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Stone of West Carter. She gets the ball pushed up forward to Jordan. No good. Henderson gets the offensive rebound and the bucket. Just a little over a minute and a half left to play here in the first frame of this beginning game of the tournament for the All-A 16th Region Tournament. Of course, if it's like the volleyball game that they volleyball 16th Region Tournament, there was a play-in game that you had to have, and then once they went through and got the teams down to 8, then they were able to go ahead and play the game down in Richmond. But we'll have to see how that goes and what the schedule is here. Of course, West Carter Lady Comets, multiple-time winner of the All-A 16th Region Tournament, and as well as made several appearances down to the championship game. Fairview pops it up, number 22, Grace Worthington. She doesn't get it to fall. That's going to be a rebound, West Carter. And she puts that one up, in and out by Rayburn. And looks like we're going to get a foul here. And that one's going to go against number 20, Marissa Tackett. That's going to be her first. Team's second team's third of the quarter. As number 2, Beth Middleton comes in, as well as number 43, Hannah Henderson of West Carter. And Mia Newton comes back in for Fairview. That one's up, no good. And looks like we're going to get a foul against West Carter here. Number 43, Hannah Henderson, gets in on the scorebook. She's a junior forward. Ends up getting called on the offensive rebound. Got her with the body on there. So still there by Henderson. She gets it all the way up to Middleton and up and in for the basket. So West Carter's got a 16-point lead now here with under 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. They're driving in. She kicks it out to the wing, dribbles back up, pops for the two-pointer, and that's not going to be good. And so we're going to get a foul here against West Carter, and that's going to be against number 30, Amelia Henderson. That's her third. Team's third here of the quarter of the half. Number 3, Mia Newton, now shooting 2 for Fairview. First one's up, and it's good. Second one's up, and it is good as well. So that cuts the West Carter lead down to 14. As Fairview tried to get some full court pressure going on, but Amelia Henderson gets the shot to go for, and last second desperation shot there by number 3, Newton. And that's going to finish things off here for the first quarter. Our score is West Carter 21, Fairview 5. So we'll be back here in just a little bit on Manta Sports Media after we have a few commercials.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at West Carter getting ready for the second quarter. Right now, West Carter's on top, 21 to 5, as West Carter is going to be getting the ball here to start things out for the second quarter. Of course, it was all West Carter to start things out with in the first period, as Fairview just got a three-point basket and then 2 free throws, and that's all they're scoring here tonight. But West Carter moving the ball around very well at the moment. As they get it down to the corner, Cameron Burton checking in, and she pops up a 3 and no good, and then we're going to get a stoppage here. Looks like we're going to get another foul. And that one's going to go against Grace Worthington of Fairview. That's going to be her second here of the half. Team's fourth. And that one kicked by Fairview, and it's going to be West Carter ball again underneath the basket. We're going to get a substitution here by Fairview. Number 10 checking back in. That's Ashton Stidham, a sophomore, as she replaces out Worthington. West Carter gets the ball back in and tries to get it over to Stegall, and no good, and out of bounds. Turnover on the errant pass. Going to give Fairview the ball. Fairview moving around, has turned the ball over quite a bit during the break. Of course, the Fairview coach, Mo Mullins, was trying to get his team fired back up, saying that they needed to get a little bit more motion going on the court. As we get another foul here by West Carter. This one's against number 44, Peyton Stegall, and that is her first, team's fourth of the half. So Fairview will get the ball underneath the basket, and she gets a kick back out. She drives around, pops up the shot. No good there by Stidham. Rebounded by Stegall of West Carter. As she gets off to the wing, they give it back to Stegall up top of the key, and she gets a friendly rim, and the basket goes in, and so West Carter now on top, 23-5. Gets it to her at the top of the key, gets it down to the wing. She's driving in, and we're going to get a foul here against West Carter. It looks like this one's going to go against number 1, Cameron Burton. That's going to be her first, team's fifth of the half. Fairview gets the ball in. Not moving the ball around quite a bit, it seems like their passing has not been too existent, but that one they're going to say is off the hands of Fairview, and so that's going to be a West Carter ball. as Beth Middleton takes the point as the point guard for the moment. Get it to Stegall. Stegall gets it over to Burton. She pops up a three. No good. This one being chased down, and they're going to let that one go out of bounds. And so that is going to be Fairview ball. So it seems like Fairview so far not pushing and moving the ball around as much as that they like to, as that three-pointer gets an air ball and off of the back of the rim. West Carter brings in some more subs. Number 33, Kylie Gillum coming in. Looks like number 5, Alexis Bond coming back in as well. And number 22, Stone, coming back in for the Comets. Gets this one over to Middleton, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Bond, or number 33, Kylie Gillum, saying that she got her with the illegal screen, and so that's going to be her second, team 6 of the half. So Fairview not moving the ball around as much as they'd like to. That one's just about picked off by Stone as she stops and just pops it, but they're going to say that she traveled before she got to it, and so that's going to be West Carter ball. Gets it down over to the wing, passes it back up to the top, over to Stone. Stone dribbles in. Gets stopped by some Fairview defenders. Gillum pops this out to number 5, Bond, and that shot is good. So West Carter now with the 20-point lead here in the second quarter. Under 5 minutes left to go in this opening half. And she's just kind of standing there and holding it and trying to figure out what was going on. Didn't know if she wanted a timeout or what it was, but she just held onto the ball and was looking for some help. While number 32, Kara Jordan, comes back in, as well as number 30, Amelia Henderson. So they're going to say that was a turnover there against Fairview. West Carter gets the ball. Kicks it back out to Jordan. Jordan gets it into Henderson. Henderson tries to put up the shot, no good. And that one's going to go against number 13, Miranda Caskey. That's going to be her first. Team's 5th of the half. Amelia Henderson going to be shooting 2 for West Carter. That one up and in. Gives West Carter a 21-point lead now. This second shot is up, and nothing but net on that one. So West Carter now up by 22 points. Gets a kick down to the wing to Worthington. Worthington looks to pass in top of the key. Has a wide open shot on the side. That was number 3, Mia Newton. Ends up getting the first Fairview points here of the quarter. Stone takes the ball down and gets this one to Middleton. Middleton up, no good. Rebound by Jordan, no good. And Stone gets the rebound as well. She puts it up, and that one is good for Allie Stone. So West Carter kind of being able to control what's going on here so far in this first half. We'll have to see what adjustments Fairview makes, as there's a long 3 by Nelson, no good. Rebounded West Carter's Bond. She kicks it out to Stone on the wing, hits the back of the rim, No good, and so that one's going to go out of bounds off of West Carter. Ball's going to go to Fairview. Fairview now starting to pass the ball around a little bit, getting some motion going out on the court for the longest time in the first for the first period and moving on, and she's got it in, but can't get the layup to fall. Gets surrounded by three Lady Eagles as Henderson as she gets it off to Stone. Stone drives it in, but gets stopped. Henderson drives around and puts it up and hits it on the rim. And we're going to get a foul here against Fairview on the shot as Gillum tries to get that one put up. And that one's going to go against number 13, Miranda Caskey. That's going to be her second, team 6. So both teams will be in on the bonus for the rest of this first half. And Gillum gets the first one to fall and gets West Carter to 30 points. And now number 20 checks in for Fairview. That's Marissa Tackett. And that shot is up and good. So West Carter on top, 31-7. Fairview drives it in, tries to get a reverse layup, and pops straight up. West Carter may have got a piece of that one. And Fairview's not having the night that they're wanting, and there's a 2-point basket there by Kara Jordan. Gets West Carter's lead now 33-7. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. And there's a steal there by Jordan as she takes it and goes all the way but can't finish it. Rebounded by Beth Middleton, and she puts it back up and in for West Carter. 35-7. Comets on top. Coach Mullins wanted his team to move, but when they move, they get passing around and they get a little bit better shots. But right now, they're just wanting to drive it in, and everybody else kind of watch the show just a little bit. So that one is put up by Worthington, but that's not going to be good. And that one's going to be a foul against West Carter's number 33, Kylie Gillum. That's going to be her third. Josie Nelson was the one that put up the shot and was no good. Nelson's at the line shooting 2. She misses the first one. As Peyton Stegall checks back in now for the Lady Comets. Shots up. No good. Rebounded West Carter's Middleton, and she's going to get fouled off the rebound. And looks like that one's going to go against number 23, Josie Nelson. That's going to be her first. Team 7th. Cameron Burton checks back in. West Carter's now in the bonus with Middleton now going to be shooting the 1-and-1. First one's up and good. Minute 11 left to go here in the first half. Second shot's up. Off the back of the rim, and that one's going to be rebounded. West Carter, Stegall had it, and then Middleton ended up getting it, Henderson ended up getting it, and but ended up going out of bounds. So Fairview ball off of the errant rebounding. 1 minute left to go here at West Carter. As Fairview trying to look and see where it's going. She just about picked up her pivot foot that time, but was able to keep it planted. And then that one's going to be off her leg, and that's going to be a West Carter ball right there with, I believe it's just under 50 seconds here. gets the shot, or gets the ball over to the side to Jordan, and she's going to end up getting fouled. That's going to be against number 33. That's going to be her second. And I believe that's Kiera Loving. I think they had her as 30 on the KHSA website, but that's Kiera Loving, and that's going to be her second here on the night, Fairview's 8th. And the second shot there, good by Jordan. Fairview driving down, trying to get it down to Loving down at the bottom, but ends up heading out of bounds. .8 seconds left to go. Trying to get it in. Fowley ends up getting it to go. She puts up a three, no good by Stidham. And then finally, Kiera Loving gets that one to fall for Fairview. Wes Carter pushing the ball around a little bit. It's over to Jordan. She gets it down to Stegall down in the paint, and that one's off the front of the rim. Loving gets the rebound for Fairview. Under 10 seconds left now. Shot by Fairview, rebounded by Burton. She gets up to Henderson. Let's see if she can get it in before the shot, and no good. And so that's going to finish things off here for the first half here at West Carter. Our score is 37 West Carter, Fairview 9. So definitely an interesting first half out there of basketball. West Carter kind of controlling what they were wanting to get done out there, but we will get back here momentarily with some stats for you out there as well. So make sure you stay tuned in here with us. We'll be back here in just a few moments on the Manta Sports Media on Facebook and YouTube.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
Familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
And we're back here at West Carter High School, and we got a few halftime stats here. Thanks to Zach Stevens for helping us out and getting these stats up here to us here as well. Okay, taking a look at, we'll start off with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fairview Lady Eagles. Right now, as a team from the field, they are 2 from 11, and they are also 1 from 8 behind the three-point arc. So their total shooting percentage of the first half is 15.8%. They are 12.5% from behind the three-point arc, and they are 2 for 4 from the free-throw line, so shooting right at 50%. The leading scorer so far for Fairview is number 3, Mia Newton, with 4 points. Then number 23, Josie Wellston, has the I believe I got her name on there. I think it says Nelson on the KHSA site, but Josie Nelson has 3 points on the night, as well as Kiera Loving, number 33, has 2 on the night for Fairview. Taking a look now for the West Carter Lady Comets from the field. West Carter is shooting right at 50%. They are 15 to 30 from the 2-point area, and they are 0 for 5 from behind the arc. So West Carter total shooting percentage for this half much better than their Monday night game against Round County for the first half of that game, as they are now shooting 42.9%. Of course, they are 0 for 5 from the three-point line, shooting 0% on that one so far. And they were at the line to shoot 12 shots. They hit 7 of them for 58.3%. And, of course, leading scorers for West Carter, they've got several spread all across the board there, but the top point getter so far in the first half for West Carter is number 2, Beth Middleton, with 8 points. She's 3 for 4 from the field and 2 for 4 from the free-throw line. Next player scorer is number 32, Kara Jordan, with 7 points. She is 3 for 7 from the field and 1 for 2 from the free-throw line. Then you got a couple of Comets. Millie Henderson with 6 points, 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, and shooting 50%, 2 for 4 from the free-throw line. And then Allie Stone also has 6 out there as well. She is 3 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 behind the arc, and hasn't been to the free-throw line just yet. So West Carter definitely having a good game on their part so far here today. Of course, West Carter scored 7 points off of 3 throws to Fairview's 2. And, of course, West Carter off of turnovers, they have definitely outscored Fairview 16 to nothing on there as well. Of course, Fairview had 12 turnovers of the first half compared to West Carter's 5. Taking a look at total rebounds, West Carter's rebounding Fairview 3-1 right now because they are at West Carter's got 30 total rebounds to Fairview's 10. Of course, West Carter also dominating in the second chance points as they have West Carter scored 12 second chance points versus to Fairview's 2. And then, of course, as far as total defensive stops, West Carter is on top. They've stopped Fairview 27 times compared to Fairview's stopping West Carter 13 times. Points off the bench, Fairview hasn't subbed too much on there. There's putting in a few extra people out there, but they have not yet to score. West Carter's got 8 points off the bench so far here on the night. Of course, as far as personal fouls go on there, Fairview had 8 fouls in the first half. Miranda Caskey, Gracie Worthington, and Josie Nelson each has 2 personal fouls each, with Marissa Tackett and Kiera Loving having 1 each on there. And we'll get that updated on our sheets here. West Carter had a total of 7 fouls to begin out with. Cameron Burton has 1. Millie Henderson has 1. Kara Jordan has 1. Kylie Gillum has 2. And Hannah Henderson has 1. And Peyton Stegall has 1 as well for West Carter's 7 personal fouls. So not too many people in foul trouble at the moment. We have 4 players with 2 right at the moment. But not a whole lot of real strong physical basketball being played right at the moment out there as well. So West Carter's back out on the court, and Fairview's back out on the court, and we're just about ready to get into the third period here with West Carter leading right now 37-9. So let me get my sheet updated here so we can make sure we got everybody with the appropriate amount of fouls and everything else there. Hate to give you some wrong information, but it looks like Fairview will be having the ball to start things out here in the third period. And Fairview's got the ball and getting things started out with here in the third period. Hoping we'll see if Coach Mullins' pep talk at halftime gets them fired up, as that's a three-pointer, no good, rebounded by Loving, and she ends up getting the first points of the second half by Fairview. So cuts the West Carter lead down to 26. West Carter driving, gets it out to Stone, and Stone puts it up and in for West Carter. Of course, the largest lead of the first half was by West Carter when they ended up getting a 30-point lead at 37-7. That's a shot no good by Nelson. Rebounded by Fairview. She gets it out to number 3, Newton. And that one is doesn't draw any iron, but that one was off a West Carter player, and so that is going to give the ball back to Fairview. Fairview trying to get it in, ended up getting stolen by Stone. She's driving. She's got a clear length of the court, puts it up, left-handed and in. So Stone with another 2 points for West Carter. Fairview gets it over on the wing. Kicks it back out up to the top. Gets it down to the post to Loving. Loving kicks it out to Newton. No good by Newton, but rebounded by Caskey, and we're going to get a foul. That one's going to go against West Carter's number 5, Alexis Bond. That's her first, team's first of the half. And 3-point shot there by Nelson, no good. Rebounded by Fairview. Gets it to Nelson. Kicks it out to the top of the key to Newton. Newton picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Loving. Loving trying to find somebody, ends up getting to Newton. Newton kicks it out to the wing, and that is a low pass as she tried to get it there to Worthington. And we're going to get a timeout here. So that's going to be timeout West Carter, be a 30-second timeout. So we'll go away for just a moment here, but we'll be right back on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Carter as West Carter takes a 30-second timeout, gets things organized back up together. Fairview still on a man-to-man defense and gets this one down to Middleton and for the easy layup on the drive. So West Carter 43, Fairview 11 at the moment. Both teams have taken one timeout so far of the game, each with 4 remaining. Gets this one kicked out to Nelson. Nelson drives it in, right hands it up, in and out, rebounded by Caskey. 3-point shot there by Fairview, no good. Rebounded by Bond. Bond tries to get it up the floor to Jordan, but didn't put enough on it, but they were able to recover. And West Carter ends up getting the basket there, so it's 45-11. Gets it kicked out to Nelson on the side. Fairview's got kind of a bad habit of picking up their dribbles, not keeping the ball active out there, but they're able. But West Carter gets this one stolen and back in, and then finally good layup there by Kara Jordan. And it looks like we're going to get another timeout here. As this one, Fairview's going to go call their second timeout here of the night. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Turns out that was just a 30-second timeout. Thought it was a full timeout, but Fairview will be getting the ball here. Want to get the teams rallied up and everything else. So Fairview's got the ball, kicks it back out up to the top. Ends up driving and kicking it out to Newton. Newton tries to get it going, but ends up stolen by Middleton. Middleton, left-hand layup, good. So 49-11 right now. West Carter with their largest lead of the night. She picks up her dribble again, trying to look for somewhere to pass out there. It's it's kind of a bad habit to get out there, is picking up your dribble. And that one kind of ping-pongs off a couple West Carter players, but ends up getting recovered there by Fairview's number 3, Mia Newton, and she gets a basket there for Fairview. Gets it to Bond at top of the key. She passes it off over to Middleton. Middleton back to Bond. Gets it over to Stone. And so West Carter right now looking to probably kill a little bit of clock while Stone puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Gillum. Gillum kicks it out for a long 2 by Middleton. No good, but West Carter gets the rebound. Stone has it right now. Takes it back up to the wing. They leave her wide open. She pops it just off the front of the rim. Rebounded now by Jordan. Gives it to Stone again for another 3. No good. And gets it to Jordan on the rebound. No good. And then finally gets a rebound by Fairview, but they end up traveling, and so we're going to get West Carter ball. Number 44, Peyton Stegall coming in. Number 30, Amelia Henderson, and then number 23, Kylie Rayburn coming in as well for West Carter. And then coming in for the Fairview Eagles, number 44, Hannah Ruley coming in, and looks like we're going to get now a full timeout here by Fairview. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds on Manta Sports Media.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would.
It's going to be her first team second of the half here with the foul on Kylie Rayburn. And so we got another jump ball, and this one is going to go, I believe, position arrow goes to West Carter. Rolling clock now here at West Carter High School, so we'll try to get you the time here momentarily, get that synced back up. So West Carter passing the ball around. Henderson gets it over the wing to Stone. Stone gets it to Stegall. Stegall kicks it back out to Gillum. Gets it back up top. Henderson tries to get it, and no good. Rebounded by Stone. And gets it to Gillum driving down, and that is up and in. So basket good by Kylie Gillum. Gets our score 53-13. She tries to drive in, ends up getting her shot blocked. And tries to get it passed down, and that is out of bounds. Going toward Fairview. So under 10 seconds now left to go. Like I said, running clock here at West Carter right now, and she puts up the three-point shot. That is up and no good. And so our score at the end of three is West Carter 53, Fairview 13. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others.
For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
And we're back here at West Carter, where Fairview will get the ball to start things out here in the fourth quarter. Julie Wallace comes in for Fairview. Kicks it out to Newton. Newton pops up a long three, no good, and that's going to be rebounded Hannah Henderson. As West Carter's brought in their second string in here this afternoon. Gets it to Cameron Burton, gets it to Henderson on the side, and we're going to have steps called. So if you're just tuning in with us, we're here at the fourth quarter at West Carter High School with the score being 53-13. Running clock, one of the, of course, if you're an older person like myself, then running clock in basketball is not something you typically see, but or didn't think that ever existed, but it is now on there. It's almost similar to the mercy rule in baseball, as well as football with the running clock as well. So jump ball, West Carter gets the jump ball. Possession arrow goes back over to Fairview as West Carter moving it around, gets it down to Henderson in the post. She puts it up, no good. Swatted back out by Loving, but gets it to West Carter, gets it down to Stegall now. She puts it up and no good. Going after the ball right now, ends up Fairview comes away with it. And she's going to drive the length of the court, and they're going to say no shot, but she's going to be fouled before the shot out there. And that one's going to go against number 30, Amelia Henderson. That's going to be her second, team's third of the half. Number 10, Ashton Stidham, and number 22, Gracie Worthington, checking back into the ballgame for Fairview. Fairview gets it in to Nelson on the side, and she's going to get fouled by Hannah Henderson as she drives into the basket. That's going to be her second, team's fourth of the half. Fairview trying to get the ball in, kicks it out long, out to Nelson. Nelson drives around. She reverses direction, goes in, ends up kicking it back out to Worthington. Worthington gets it out to the wing to Nelson again. Nelson puts up a three, no good. Fight for the ball right now, and this one is going to be last touched by West Carter, and that one's going to sail out of bounds, so Fairview's going to maintain possession of the ball. Looking for somebody to get it into. Stegall gets a hand on it, then stolen. Hannah Henderson tries to take the ball down, gets it to Cameron Burton. Swings it around to Stegall. Stegall is going to put up a three. No good. Rebounded Henderson. No good. Block shot by Loving. As they're going to say, of course, they came down. Gracie Worthington ends up getting the three-point basket. So she's going to get a chance for a 4-point play. Of course, they're going to say that was after the basket, so she's not going to get a 4-point play, but that foul is going to go against West Carter. And she ends up putting another one up. Gracie Worthington ends up with another three out there as well. And so that's going to get, our scores are going to be 53-18. So she's getting fired up, gotten two straight baskets. And we're going to get a foul here against number 23, Josie Nelson of Fairview. That's going to be her second, and that's going to be the team's first foul of the half. West Carter tries to get it in, tipped there by Nelson, and it's going to be out of bounds. Fairview's bringing in a substitution now, number 13, Miranda Caskey. She's a sophomore forward as she replaces out Ashton Stidham. West Carter taking the ball out on the side, gets the ball into Henderson. Rayburn has the ball. Back to Henderson again for a 3-point. That's up and no good. Rebounded by Wes Carter, and Burton ends up throwing it into Loving. But then turnover once again by Fairview. Gives the ball back to Wes Carter. Stegall kicks it out, and they rotate it around over to Henderson. And Hannah Henderson ends up drilling a 3 points. Cross-court pass by Fairview as Nelson drives in, puts up a one-hander, no good. She spins, rotates around, no good. Gets her own rebound for the third shot in a row. And they're going to say this is going to be before the shot. It's going to be number 44, Peyton Stegall, with the foul. As got some subs coming in for Wes Carter. Number 15, Destiny Davis coming in, as well as number 14, Kylie Kenny coming in as well. A little bit of a mix-up if the basket counts or not, but the basket does count. They're going to say it was after the shot. As Fairview drives it in, tries to get it down to Loving, but no good. Under 2 minutes now left to go here in the first half. Wes Carter is still on top. Of course, now our score is 56-20. Gets the ball down to Henderson in the post, kicks it out to number 20. Gets it back to Henderson again. Burton's going to put up a three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by number 3, Newton of Fairview. As Fairview tries to push the ball, get it down to the court. Two-pointer, no good, and rebounded by Loving. And we're going to get a timeout here for some substitutions. Looks like went ahead and, of course, they're going to go ahead and call it a timeout, but just to get a new fresh 5 in for Fairview. So everybody comes off and everybody's back on again. So shot there, no good. Rebounded Wes Carter. And Henderson tries to get that one up again, no good. Rebounded Wes Carter. Kicks it out to top of the wing, over to the side to Kenny. Kenny's going to put up a three, and it is good. So under a minute left here at Wes Carter. So Wes Carter is going to be advancing in this All-A tournament to the second round. And we're going to get a foul here against Wes Carter. So 1-1 doesn't make the first one. That was number 2, Madison Caskey, shooting the bonus for Fairview. Kenny thinking about shooting again, gets it down to the wing. She pops up a shot, no good. Gets a rebound, Wes Carter, no good. Fairview gets it. Of course, time's expired on our clock, and then there it goes here at Wes Carter. So for our final score, we have Wes Carter advancing here in the All-A regional tournament as they defeat the Fairview Lady Eagles by a score of 59-22 within regulation. Of course, teams can't shake hands out here as well. No jump ball and no shaking hands, so they line up kind of way high to each other, or by each other, and that finishes things out here as well. We'll have some final stats here momentarily, but we'll come back here in just a moment here on Manta Sports Media. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in 60 seconds on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
Alrighty, we're back here at West Carter High School with some final stats here on the night. Of course, West Carter had a fantastic game here, defeating the Fairview Lady Eagles 59-22. Box scoring on there to start out with. West Carter outscored Fairview in the first quarter 21-5, and then also outscored them in the second quarter 16-4. During the third quarter, West Carter once again outscored Fairview 16-4, and then in the final frame, Fairview ended up outscoring West Carter 9-6, and that gives us our total of 59 for West Carter, 22 for Fairview. The largest lead of the night was 40 points when West Carter was over top of Fairview 53-13. No lead changes so far on the night for either team, and there was no ties as well except for the 0-0 right at the very beginning. The longest run of the night, West Carter went on a 19-3 run against Fairview, and of course Fairview had their longest run of the night when they had a 9-3 run against West Carter as well. Taking a look at scoring now, top scorers for Fairview was tied with Mia Newton with 6 and Kiara Loving with 6. And then, of course, the other two scorers tonight scoring 5 each was Gracie Worthington and Josie Nelson on there as well. For the game, altogether, Fairview shot 20.9% on their 10.5 from behind the arc, and they were 2 for 5 from the free throw line, shooting an overall of 40%. For West Carter, leading scorer of the night was number 2, Beth Middleton with 14. And then behind her was number 22, Allie Stone with 12 on the night. And then followed her by Kyra Jordan with 9 on the night. Millie Henderson and Kylie Gillum both had 6. Lexi Bond had 4. McKenna Nichols coming in had 3. Hannah Henderson had 3, and Peyton Stegall had 2. And so that finishes out the scoring for West Carter. On the night, West Carter ended up shooting 39.1%, and they were a little bit cold from behind the arc. They were 2 for 15, only shooting 13.3% from behind the arc tonight. And then from the free throw line, they were 7 of 12, or 58.3%. Of course, total rebounds tonight, West Carter out-rebounded Fairview 51-27. Of course, Fairview getting 2 team rebounds. West Carter's nothing on there. West Carter definitely controlling on the second chance points, where they got 19 to Fairview's 8. As far as three-pointers go, both teams hit 2 on the night, and so they put them the same from behind the arc. Of course, the West Carter bench, very active, 14 points here on the night as well. And, of course, West Carter dominated with inside the paint as they scored 34 points to Fairview's 6. Of course, one of the big tales of the tale tonight was turnovers. Of course, Fairview Lady Eagles had 19 turnovers on the afternoon compared to West Carter's 8. And then, of course, as far as offensive rebounds, West Carter out-rebounded Fairview 28-13. Defensive rebounds was 23-14. And so the total rebounds, once again, was 51-27. Of course, as far as fouls go, Fairview only ended up with 9 fouls on the night compared to West Carter's 14. West Carter ended up with 14 assists on the night, with the assist leader going to Allie Stone with 4. And then Kylie Rayburn and Kylie Gillum both had 3 assists apiece on there. And so that kind of finishes things out here at West Carter, as that's our stats that we have so far. So Fairview Lady Eagles drops to 0-2 on the season, as they are now officially eliminated from the 16th Region All-A tournament for this year. Of course, their next game will be January 13th, as they're going to be traveling to Magoffin County for a regular season game. West Carter goes and advances up to 2-1 on the season, and they're going to be advancing to next week's All-A tournament. Stay tuned to our Facebook page for more information about that. So West Carter will be playing next week in the second round of the All-A tournament. Of course, we're going to take a little break here in just a little bit as we get things reset back up, because for our nightcap of the night, or I guess of the afternoon, I guess you can say, we're also going to have another Fairview West Carter matchup, and this time it's going to be the boys matchup this afternoon, in which the Fairview Eagles is going to be taking on the host West Carter Comets. West Carter right now is 1-1 on the season, as they lost their first game to Shelby Valley, and then ended up winning a game partially seen here on Manta Sports Media. I think we got everything kind of tuned back in and everything else, hopefully ready to roll for this afternoon. But that game was here at home, and West Carter defeated Magoffin County 69-62. Of course, they're taking on Fairview today, who's currently 0-2 on the season, as they took on a tough Boyd County team and lost on Tuesday 70-31 at Fairview against Boyd County, and then taking on out of district opponents Lawrence County, and ended up dropping that game 76-59. So we'll be seeing who's going to be coming out on top here in the boys matchup as well. So for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here today. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us, that way so you never miss out on any of our moments out there as well. And then, of course, also we're live streaming on YouTube, trying to get everything else going out on there. Definitely would like to thank all the fans for tuning in. Mary McKenzie, thanks for coming in. My wife Rachel, making sure, keeping me on task and everything. Out there, making sure that try to get the sound on as much as what we can. Thanks, Josh Ingalls, for coming on, as well as Kathy Gillum Clark. Appreciate you coming in. Beth Tackett Rowe on one of the West Carter's Coast to Coast plays as well. Stella Nolan, good to see you out there as well as Mary Callahan and his wife Carolyn out there cheering on West Carter. Thanks, Mike Clark, for tuning in here with us, as well as Lynn Duval. And then thanks once again to Hank Bond, the Greenup Beacon, for sharing our post here today. Definitely appreciate you out there, and wish you a speedy recovery. Like to get back. I can't wait to see you getting back in on the realm as well. Of course, the Greenup Beacon had the Ashland Russell game last night, where that was being hosted at Russell. So, like I said, if you're on Facebook, make sure that you keep tuned in with us. We'll be back here around 2:15 for the first pass in of the quarter with West Carter. Of course, also, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you tune in as well. Make sure that you follow us so you never miss a moment here of West Carter and Manta Sports Media presentation of sports and everything else. I'd like to thank Rex Cooksey cheering on his Lady Eagles over there as well. And definitely would like to thank our sponsors and everything else. And if you would like to be a sponsor, of Manta Sports Media. Definitely would like to have you aboard. Feel free to contact us at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com, or call us or text us at 606-207-3315, or send us a message here on Facebook at the Manta Sports Media as well. And we'd love to have you. Lots of spots available for advertising and everything, so feel free to get in contact with us. We'd love to have you part of our team that's out here that's being able to present these local high school sports to all of our people in our communities out there, because definitely with COVID, it's a different situation. We know not everybody can make it into the ball game out here, but we want to try to get this to as many people as what we can, that way so they can still follow your local high school sports teams as well. So for Jeff the Mantis Irwin, thank you for tuning in again, and we will be seeing you here in just a little bit, probably in about a little bit over an hour, as the boys game will be turning on during that time period. So for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, we'd like to thank you again, and we will see you here in about an hour for the boys game. Take care, and God bless, and we will see you then.